Alright, what's up guys? So today we're going to be doing a bit of a different video. I got a request from a couple of people to do what's in my camera bag, and I guess it's quite interesting to see what equipment I use when I'm creating videos. But to begin with, on the outside, actually to talk about the bag first, it's just an Amazon Basics camera bag, and it's pretty good because it's got all the compartments, and it's also got a a tripod straps on the side. And starting off, tripod. It's a Manfrotto Action tripod. It's pretty good because it goes super compact and the legs can come out super far. Goes to about 6 feet tall, and these clipping mechanisms are really simple, and that just slots on the side of there. Next up is the outside pocket. In this pocket here I've got filters for the camera. We've got ND filters and polarizing filters. I don't use them that much, but apart from when I'm doing like photography, long exposures, that kind of thing. And next up is my passport for fun. I take this as just like hand luggage if I'm traveling. And we got a spare SD card in here for if I run out of space. Next up in here is my hard drive, which is Maxter 1 terabyte hard drive. Just got it. It's like 45 quid. It's pretty standard. It is what it is, you know. Storage. And we've also got this right here, which is a Zoom audio recorder. I just hired this one out from college, and I actually haven't even got to use it yet, but hopefully it gives decent audio. I'm going to try it out on a film that me and Joe, who's behind the camera, are going to be doing at the moment. Alright, next up is the main compartment, and inside of here is all of the main camera gear. So let's start out on the side here. This is just my little section for cleaning equipment. We've got this like Nikon lens cleaner thing, just kind of brush dust out of the lens and the sensor. And we got this like spray and a cloth, microfiber cloth. That's a tip. If you're gonna like clean your lens, make sure you use a microfiber cloth because it keeps it nice and clean.
We like it clean.
And next up is my actual camera. So we got the Nikon D3300 here. This is the body. It's a entry-level DSLR. It's one of the best entry-level DSLRs actually. I've really had some success using this. We've got these films that I've taken, and we've got multiple photos. Take some really nice photos and films. And just the kit lens here, which is a 18 to 55mm. I've got the old version and it's pretty stiff on zooming in, so if you're buying the camera now, you get the newer version because they just all come with that, and it's got a lot nicer zoom. That's what Joe's got. That's what he's filming on right now. And yeah, it's actually quite nice because it's super light for a DSLR, but it's also quite powerful. I'm not 100% on all the specs, but I'm sure there's plenty of videos on camera specs. But next up we've got this, which is the GoPro Evo. It's not even mine. My friend Bob owns this, and he got his GoPro stolen a while back, so I pretty much claim this as mine. And it's actually a very good GoPro because it can get you tons of different shots. I use it when like snorkeling, you can get close to fish and stuff, and also for like selfie shots, and like for cliff jumping. I'll show you a few videos now of examples when I've used it, but it's just all around pretty good, and also it floats, so if you drop that in the water you're not going to be losing it. Next up is this right here, bulky contraption in 2 parts right now, so I can store it in the case, but I've customized this bag layout so that you can fit all of this in. And this is my Flycam Nano DSLR edition, and it is a Steadicam, I think they're called, and it just gives super smooth shots with your DSLR, and it works with weights on the bottom, and then there's a kind of gimbal handle here which takes away any kind of vibration or movement from the shot. Alright, so the next pocket in here is all of my GoPro kind of small fiddly bits. There's more accessories in here, and I've actually got more accessories downstairs, but this is my camera bag of all the things that I actually use. So we've got anti-fog inserts. That's super good because by the time this is out, my Thailand video will probably be out, but it's super humid and hot in places like that, and you need these kind of fog inserts, else your GoPro will fog up and it just ruins the shot. So these come in handy. And I've got this kind of 3-piece arm, and it can just enable you to just get a different angle on the shot. We've got a sticky here, which can just, I don't know, stick on stuff. I've got another one, but that's on my helmet, which is good for just like skateboarding, bike stuff, you know. And then this thing, I don't even know why I have this. Pretty sure it's to reduce vibrations. I've never used it. I'll probably not even keep that in here anymore. But then we've got this. Oh yeah, this is a very good accessory if you have the frame. This is just a clear lens protector. So I'll show you how that works later. And then obviously I've got GoPro, which is GoPro Hero 4 Silver. I actually really recommend this one because you've got 1080-60, so that's slow motion at 1080 resolution, but it's also got the screen on the back. The only reason I'd probably go for the Hero 4 Black, or the Hero 5 in that matter actually. Hero 5 was not out when I got this, but the Hero 4 Black doesn't have a screen on the back, but it does have better video settings. Next up we got the frame. So this is just a really super cheap, kind of flimsy frame that I got off eBay for like £1, and so that's probably about, I don't know, $1.50, but it does its purpose. It just holds the GoPro and it gives you a lot better audio, and as I said earlier, this right here, super useful if you're using the frame because the lens is exposed. So if you see the setup, I've got those two attached together, which means I can have good audio from outside of the case, but while also keeping the lens safe. So yeah, that's a tip if you're going to get the frame. Alright, so next up is another backdoor for the GoPro. I've currently got on the touch backdoor, which is waterproof, but you can't take it as deep as a backdoor like this. This backdoor's actually also got a sticky on it, which is super useful for... I've obviously got this pole which floats, but imagine this broke and the GoPro falls off and sinks to the bottom of the sea and you lose it. If you've got this back door on, it doesn't take up too much space. It can just float. Got that from Cam Kicks. Obviously they're not paying me to say this. I've got like 2 subs. But on the back here we got an open back door. I literally never use this. Don't even know why I have that. You can touch screen on it, but I just use the other touch screen back door. And another thing about this floaty is, well, right here I've got this DIY mount, and it's actually just a J-buckle GoPro mount, and I just wrap duct tape all around the actual clip part of it, and then it works as a mouth mount, which is super good for point of view shots. I'll throw in a few videos of where I've used this mount, but before I had that I used this as a mouth mount, so you can literally just bite onto the back of this and get point of view shots. And a lot of people say, why don't you just use the head strap, but it can shake around on top of your head, but when it's clamped down in your mouth it's super stable and you'll get the best POV shots. This is just a blackout back door, just spare in case I lose one or break one. And then next up is one of my most used GoPro mounts, which is the Chesty. This is also off Amazon. Like, it was super cheap, came in a whole bundle for like a tenner. Like, most of these mounts came in together. Also this right here, which is a hand grip. I occasionally use this, but I more just use that pole. It also floats. It is what it is. This Chesty right here is it was ultra cheap off Amazon, and it just gives you good point of view shots for things like cycling and other things like that where you don't want a GoPro in your mouth or on your head. But and the thing is, for mountain biking, which I do a lot of, is this gives you a really good point of view, as in you can see the handlebars, but you can also see the trail. With the head mount, one thing I find bad about that is you can't see the bars, you don't really get that point of view shot. So yeah, get one of these off Amazon, super cheap. And obviously I just talked about this came in a bundle with that. And then I've just got wires, thumb screws, and that's pretty much it for the main compartment. Alright, so next up is the final compartment, and it actually took me a while to find this camera bag, or a camera bag like this with all those compartments. A compartment for other things apart from camera equipment, and also this right here, which is a laptop sleeve, which is onto our next thing, which is the MacBook Pro. This is the 13-inch, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah! 13-inch MacBook Pro 2015. When I bought this, the new one had not come out, but I also just prefer having USB ports and, you know, just generally having SD card slot, USB ports, HDMIs, and obviously with the new one they've only got USB-C. So I got this, I actually got it off eBay. I literally get everything off eBay. It's kind of sketchy, so just make sure you've done a lot of research before you buy anything expensive like this off eBay, because even off eBay this was like £900, and obviously that's a lot cheaper than what it would be new, but you just got to be careful because some people will scam you. And yeah, so that's basically everything in my camera bag. I've got one more bag of things that I used to film, so I'll just go get them. Alright, so the final item on the video of today is this, which is a DJI rucksack. I ended up getting it for free with my drone, which is in here. So yeah, this is the drone. It's a DJI Phantom 3 standard. I would actually recommend getting the advanced over the standard, just because it uses Lightbridge instead of Wi-Fi, which means you get the live video for further, but the actual range of the drone is decent. It's like over 1 kilometer. Like, you can't even see it anymore. But so we've got the drone obviously here. Oh, it can film in 2.7K. Personally, I would not even film in 4K, so I'm not that worried about just 2.7K instead of 4K, but I guess some people will be if they're doing it in a large production or something like that. Yeah, decent drone altogether, super stable, really good gimbal on it, and inside this bag we've also got the controller, we've got props, plugs, wires, and this bag here, which I believe is just for like batteries or something. I only recently got this, and this case is actually super good. It's like a hard shell case. It's also waterproof, and I just got it for free somehow off of eBay, which is where, as I said, I literally just get everything off eBay. And I got it for a bargain, and they threw in a case with it, which is super good. Just realised got some crackers in here. Got to keep your snacks with you at all times on a shoot. But yeah, that pretty much draws an end to this video. Tell me in the comments what you thought of it, whether you'd just rather I do my usual kind of like filmmaking videos, or whether you want to see more of these type of videos. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching. I got that
That's a wrap!
You guys make me feel awkward.